Welcome back to the Couch Goat channel, where we dive into the untold stories that shape history, adventure, and intrigue. From how-to videos to where did that come from? Couch Goat has something for everyone. Today we're pulling back the curtain on one of Britain's most iconic symbols, the King's Guard. You know them for their stoic faces, pristine uniforms, and those massive bearskin hats. But beneath the pageantry lies a world of danger most people never see. These elite soldiers aren't just ceremonial, they're trained warriors facing high-stakes risks to protect the king and the royal family. In the heart of London, where tradition meets ironclad duty, the King's Guard, historically known as the Queen's Guard during Queen Elizabeth II's reign, stand as living symbols of the British monarchy's enduring legacy. Formed in the 17th century under Charles II, these elite soldiers of the Household Division, drawn from regiments like the Grenadier, Coldstream, Scots, Irish and Welsh Guards, were tasked with protecting the sovereign and royal residences, like Buckingham Palace and St. James's Palace. What began as a ceremonial force evolved into a formidable unit, blending pageantry with combat readiness. Beneath their polished boots and immaculate uniforms lies a perilous reality most never see. These guards face dangers that lurk in the shadows of their stoic posts, from confronting unruly crowds of tourists, some of whom have tried to scale palace gates. The guards' rifles, often assumed to be unloaded, carry live rounds in heightened security scenarios, and their bayonets are always razor-sharp, ready for action. Most chillingly, they train for catastrophic terrorist threats, a stark reality in a city scarred by attacks like the 7/7 bombings. With their SA-80 rifles, tactical drills and unyielding discipline, the King's Guard are not just ceremonial statues, but warriors poised to protect the monarchy at any cost. Their courage forged in a history where one wrong move could spell disaster for the crown. So buckle up as we count down the 5 most dangerous jobs the British Royal Guards tackle during their service at the palace. And if you love uncovering hidden truths like this, smash that like button and subscribe to join the Couch Goat crew for more thrilling content. Number 5. Crowd control. Guarding the monarch's home means facing thousands of unpredictable tourists daily. Guards must read crowds, distinguishing between overzealous fans and genuine threats, all while maintaining composure. One misjudgment can escalate into an international incident. Physically, it's grueling, hours on their feet, in heavy uniforms, through rain or heat. Viral videos show tourists provoking guards, but every interaction is a potential security risk. Distractions can be a cover for more sinister actions, so guards are trained to scan their entire environment, not just the person in front of them. They issue escalating warnings, but sometimes must intervene physically to maintain order. On busy days, the palace forecourt is like a festival. Guards must secure the entire area, not just their posts. They work closely with police, but are the first visual deterrent. Their presence commands respect, but when that breaks down, they must act decisively. It's a high-alert, high-discipline job requiring constant vigilance. Far from just posing for photos, they hold the line against a tide of public curiosity that can turn dangerous in an instant. Every day they balance patience, discipline, and the readiness to respond to real threats. The next time you see a guard, remember, they're not just standing still. They're actively protecting the monarchy. Their focus and professionalism are what keep the palace secure. Crowd control is a psychological and physical challenge, demanding the best from every guard. It's a job where anything can happen, and they must be ready for it all. That's why crowd control is one of the most dangerous jobs at the palace. Number 4. Palace Intruder Response. When a breach occurs, the ceremonial mask drops. These guards become rapid response soldiers. History proves the threat is real. In 1982, Michael Fagan broke into Buckingham Palace and reached the Queen's bedroom. That incident led to a complete security overhaul, with the King's Guard now a key part of a multi-layered defense. Their response to intruders is drilled relentlessly, immediate, precise, and if necessary, lethal. At the first sign of a breach, guards lock down the area and hunt down the threat. Their rifles can be loaded with live rounds and bayonets are always sharp. They're trained in close-quarters combat and know the palace inside out. The warning, "Stand back from the King's Guard," is a final chance before action. The psychological toll is immense. Every shadow or sound could signal danger. Guards must maintain peak vigilance, knowing a single lapse could be catastrophic. Training includes full gear drills, room clearing, and coordination with armed police. They must switch from ceremonial to tactical mode in a heartbeat. The King's Guard are the last line of defense, ready to neutralize threats before they reach the royals. Their unique blend of tradition and modern warfare makes them formidable. When you see a guard, remember, they're not just watching tourists, they're watching for danger. Intruder response is a constant, lurking challenge, demanding unwavering focus. That's why it's one of the most dangerous jobs in the palace. Number 3. Ceremonial duties with hidden risks. The changing of the guard and trooping the color look flawless, but these are high-risk military drills in public. Soldiers perform complex routines, often with horses and loaded weapons in uncontrolled environments. Horses, though trained, can be spooked. One wrong move can cause chaos and injury. Guards stand motionless for hours, risking heat stroke in summer and hypothermia in winter. Fainting on parade is common, and the physical demands are extreme. Marching in tight formation with rifles and bayonets requires total concentration. One slip can cause serious accidents. Large ceremonies draw massive crowds, making them prime targets for disruption or attack. Guards must be both performers and protectors, always alert for threats from the crowd. The weight of their uniform and equipment adds to the strain. Bearskin hats and rifles are heavy, especially in bad weather. These duties demand peak fitness and resilience, not just for show but for safety. Every ceremony is a high-pressure performance where perfection is mandatory. The risk of something going wrong is always present, and guards must be ready to react instantly. Ceremonial duties are beautiful traditions, but for the soldiers, they're dangerous jobs requiring discipline and vigilance. Next time you watch the changing of the guard, remember the risks behind the spectacle. These soldiers are not just part of a show, they're safeguarding history in real time. That's why ceremonial duties are among the most dangerous jobs for the King's Guard. Number 2. Close protection during royal walkabouts. When royals greet the public, guards become a human shield in a chaotic, unpredictable environment. The royal is just feet from the crowd. Guards must scan every face for threats, reading body language and movements. The 1994 Australia incident, where a gunman fired blanks at Prince Charles, shows how quickly things can go wrong. Guards train to react instantly, creating a moving bubble of security around the royal. They steer the royal away from danger, position themselves strategically, and communicate silently with the team. The psychological pressure is immense. Guards must be ready to put themselves between the royal and any threat. Training includes advanced first aid, threat assessment, and crowd psychology. They rehearse ambush scenarios until their reactions are instinctive. These aren't just bodyguards. They're highly trained operatives preventing attacks before they happen. During walkabouts, their focus is absolute. They can never relax. Look for the figures scanning the crowd behind the royal. They're the silent guardians. Their vigilance ensures the royal can meet the public safely. Close protection is one of the most stressful and dangerous jobs in the King's Guard. Their commitment and bravery are extraordinary. Number 1. Emergency response to terrorist threats. In today's world, palaces are prime targets. Guards are the first armed responders to catastrophic attacks. London's history of terrorism means the threat is real and ever-present. Guards are trained to engage attackers directly, running toward danger to protect the monarchy. Their rifles are loaded, and they're prepared for lethal force. Many have combat experience from Afghanistan or Iraq. They drill for scenarios with multiple attackers, bombers and hostages, coordinating with elite police units. Their knowledge of palace grounds gives them a tactical edge in emergencies. The psychological burden is huge. Every shift could mean facing armed terrorists. They must switch from ceremonial to combat mode instantly, showing unmatched courage and professionalism. Their role extends beyond the palace. They can reinforce key sites across London during major incidents. The King's Guard is a visible symbol that the state is ready to defend itself. The stoic soldier in the bearskin hat is a warrior, guardian, and first responder. Emergency response is the most dangerous and vital job they perform. Their readiness protects the king, the country, and the nation's very symbol. From unruly crowds to terror threats, the King's Guard are true warriors with a sacred duty. Their discipline and courage keep the royal family safe in a world full of unseen dangers. Which job shocked you most? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this look behind the scenes, like and subscribe for more Couch Goat adventures. Thanks for watching. See you next time.